Hello and welcome back to one of our mini training sessions on Workbooks CRM. And in this one, we're going to cover how to display a graphical dashboard against a customer or organization record. Workbooks CRM, as you may know, offers a powerful feature that allows you to create custom tabs against customer records. We put a dashboard in there, and that functionality provides you with a more quick visual snapshot of key things, key metrics, and data specific to each client record, thereby sort of enhancing your ability to make decisions, giving you up-to-date information, and tailoring your approach. And dashboards are much better than displaying rows and rows of raw data. They've got that kind of visual clarity, a picture paints 1,000 words sort of thing. And these dashboards can present information in a nice visual format like charts and graphs, make it easier to look at trends and patterns at a glance. It's time saving rather than glancing through rows and rows of data or grid displays or tables. Users can get the immediate information they need from a well-designed graphical dashboard and focus on the key metrics. Dashboards provide highlighting most important KPIs and metrics, cutting through all of that kind of noisy data that you might be accumulating. So hello, my name is Tim Wilmot, joined by my colleague Stuart Lawrenson-Hind. I'll pass over to Stuart shortly. And our company, Wizard Systems, we're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of systems like Workbooks. We help our organizations to improve their sales, marketing, and customer service productivity. So thanks very much for those of you on here live for this little mini session, one of our regular series of short presentations focusing on different topics. And say on this one, we're going through how to display a graphical dashboard against an organization record. Now, the audio part of this call is one way only. Those of you on here live, if you've got any questions, please pop those into the question box on your meeting control panel, probably the top right corner of your screen, and I'll do my best, or we'll do our best to answer those towards the end. Okay, so over to you, Stuart.
On our system here, we have a nice, simple, but powerful dashboard. It holds up a lot of info. Just move around. It's returning a lot of data. I can drill into this data as I could with any other dashboard. This one tells me it's to do with Equifax. There's a large one here. Let's have a look at this one. This one is Wirral Insurance. But I mean, the information is fine, but it took a bit of looking into to find out what there is about it. Now, I could make it a bit easier by going to an organization and having a look in at the transaction tab. And as Tim mentioned, it's not always the easiest way to see this. It's just rows and rows of data. And there are orders, supplier orders, contracts, and so on. And a lot of it doesn't make sense. What we need is a nice report or dashboard to help with this. And I need a way to only show this records data. So I have a dashboard that's returning everything, and I have an organization that I'd like to show just the information for this organization. So how can you do it? Well, if I scroll along here, you'll notice that we have a dashboard. We have a tab in here called Organization Sales. And it won't be one that's familiar to you. It's the same name as the dashboard. And that's for a reason. It is the dashboard. You'll see the dashboard here now, but with a twist. It's only showing Atlantic Data's, Atlantic Computers data. So it's been filtered to show the current record. And in Workbooks, they call this a constraint. So how did we do it? Let me walk you through this one. So if we go into configuration, like so many things these days, and go into the record types, we know we're working at the organization level. So we select organization. Now you'd be forgiven for thinking if you're adding fields and editing layouts that we're going to add a tab using the form layout screen on the tab. However, this is slightly different. The way that Workbooks handles this is by adding a field, and the field is a dashboard. Now, the way you would do this is you select this box and you would fill in the information. So let me show you the one for this organization cell, so you can see how we filled it all in. So to make life easy, I made the name the same as the dashboard that I'd created. I chose the dashboard name that I wanted to use and the view. This dashboard only has one view. It makes life really easy. And now for the clever bit. We tell this dashboard what to show, and we add this constraint. And here we say the field in the dashboard equals the ID of the form. In other words, the organization record. So it will only return that information. And when we save this and have a look at a record, when we come in, it spins up live data. We can open these and drill into this exactly as you can with the normal dashboard. It is the dashboard. It just happens to have this constraint on it. So if we take this and just compare this with a few others, like we've got Anderson handling. Let's have a look. One. Okay. And compared to that one that we just did, it's exactly the same dashboard, but just relating to the open record. This one is really quick, really simple, but depending on the power of your dashboard, you can get some very powerful information to appear in a much cleaner way than just having it all laid out in a grid. That's it, Tim. This one's an easy one.
Yeah, thanks very much, Stuart. So an example there of displaying a graphical dashboard relating to sales, but equally you could be using that for cases or any other transactional data, or maybe marketing as well. Just let your imagination go rip. As Stuart was showing there, it is an admin thing to set it up. That's why Stuart was going into the customization, the configuration part of Workbooks. So if you're not an admin user, then obviously communicate your wishes to your nominated admin person in your company, in your organization, and I'm sure they'll know how to do that. If they don't know, then please contact Wizard Systems for advice and a little bit of instruction on how to set up that feature. Well, thanks very much, Stuart. So before we go into the question section of our normal format for Workbooks Wednesdays, just a brief mention about Wizard Systems. We're a long-standing provider of CRM solutions like Workbooks. We don't only supply Workbooks, we supply other solutions as well. Loads and loads of years of experience of doing this, working with small and mid-sized organizations up and down the UK and further afield. And as regards Workbooks, we provide the total package, the setup, implementation, customization, integrating Workbooks with other things, providing training at your place, our place, or online, and the ongoing help desk support as well. So you're not on your own. We're here in the background to support you if you get stuck or you've got a query. Okay, right. Looks like we've got a few questions coming in, Stuart. So first question from Gwen. Can you put a report onto a tab? So I guess not a graphical thing, like, a report.
A good question. The answer is yes. That field option where I selected the dashboard one, there's about 25 to 30 options you can pick, and a report is one of the options. And again, the constraint feature would work. So your overall report would return everything, run it at the organization level, and it would just return the information for the organization you have open.
Okay. Next question from Amanda. Can we customize the dashboard tabs for different user roles within our organization? For example, could a salesperson see different metrics than a customer service person?
I'd say yes, because what you're looking at is still just a dashboard. So all the security and settings are driven from the dashboard itself, not from the custom tab that you've created.
Yeah, and of course, a key benefit of workbooks is that ability to customize the information we see by user or user role. Quite a nice feature of workbooks. All the users don't need to see the same information. So good question there. Right, I think this might be the last question then from Leon. Is it possible to set up automated alerts based on changes in the dashboard metrics, such as when a customer's sales drop below a certain threshold? That's a good one. And of course, in workbooks, we are not every CRM system can do this, but we are tracking financial transactions in workbooks. So yeah, good question. Sales drop below a certain level. Can that trigger something?
And you'll be pleased to know the answer is yes, because the dashboard invariably is running on a report, and it's the report that can have all these triggers and alerts built into it. So a perfect example: values drop below a certain threshold, and that can trigger an automation, normally a notification to a user that activity took place. So yeah, it's the report driving the dashboard, and it's the report that you put the notifications on.
All right, thanks, Leon, for that. Don't think there's any more, Stuart. Okay, well, thanks very much. Those of you listening live, or if you're watching recording this, just to confirm, as of July 2024, current release of Workbooks is 7.3, which rolled out a few weeks back. We're running a Mastering Workbooks course, and a really advanced, super advanced course on workbooks. So if you're interested in that, hopefully we're going to be running that in the next week or two. Please contact any of us at Wizard Systems. And finally, if you've got any topics for future events like this, covering workbooks that you think might be of interest to other workbooks, other CRM users out there, again, please get in touch. But thanks very much for those of you on here live. We'll get in touch with you and hopefully see you on an event, hopefully next Wednesday. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.